Okay, let's just stop and think about this for a second. Could one single person build a $1 billion company? I mean, for forever, the answer was no way. You needed huge teams, tons of cash, a whole massive organization. But now, AI is just ripping up the playbook. It's creating this entirely new kind of founder, the AI solopreneur.
And look, this isn't just some random idea. This is from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI. He says, I think there will be a one-person billion-dollar company, which would have been unimaginable without AI. And now it will happen. I mean, let that sink in. A solo founder with AI as their partner hitting a valuation that used to be only for massive corporations. It sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? So that's the big question we're tackling today. Is this all just hype? Tech bro fantasy? Or are we really on the verge of seeing this happen? Is the one-person unicorn actually right around the corner? Let's figure it out.
All right, so to really get our heads around this, we have to go from the what if to the how to. And it turns out there's actually a new framework for this, a structured way to think about building these revolutionary new companies, literally from scratch. So this whole journey is broken down into three main stages. First up, you've got imagination shaping. This is where you take that fuzzy, half-baked idea in your head, and with AI's help, you sharpen it into something with a crystal clear value proposition. Then you jump into reality testing. This is crucial. It's where you take that idea and you throw it into the real world to see if it survives. And finally, if it does, you hit reality scaling. That's where you turn your validated idea into a real, sustainable business.
But what's so cool about this is it's not a simple 1, 2, 3 process. It's not a straight line. It's more like a loop, a constant cycle of learning and tweaking and pivoting. Your vision is what kicks it all off, but the real magic happens in the feedback between these stages. And the whole time, AI is right there with you, acting like your digital co-founder, helping you make smarter moves every step of the way. Okay, so theory is one thing, but let's see how this actually works in the real world. I mean, frameworks are great, but a real story makes it, well, real. Let's talk about Young, the co-founder and CEO of Opus Clip. What he did makes this whole thing concrete. And by the way, his company, it's now valued at over $200 million. So yeah, this works. So think about the old way of doing things, the traditional startup route. You'd get an idea, you'd lock yourself away for months, maybe even years, burn through cash building this perfect product, and only then would you actually find out if anyone wanted to buy it. It's just such a high-risk, high-cost gamble.
But Young, he just flipped that entire script on its head. Instead of building a product, he decided to engineer the desired outcome first. See the difference? The goal wasn't to build some complicated piece of software. It was to prove, as cheaply and quickly as possible, that he could deliver a result that people would actually value. And this is reality testing in its purest form. It's brilliant. He and his team didn't code a fancy website or a slick app. Nope. They just used some AI tools to manually create short video clips and then literally just emailed them to creators. They got this huge positive response. So what did they do next? Build the full product? No. They built a super simple Discord bot. We're talking still no real user interface, just to automate it a little bit and see if the demand was real. And here's the kicker. This is the moment everything changed. They knew they had a winner. But not from fancy charts or revenue numbers. No, they knew it because of complaints. He said, when we start hearing people complaining about the queue, we realize this is the product market fit moment. I mean, how wild is that? People wanted the outcome so badly, they were getting angry about having to wait for a free bot. That's when you know you've got something special. That's real product market fit. But look, let's be real. This path isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It's full of traps, full of landmines. It is absolutely not as simple as just plugging in an AI and waiting for the cash to pour in. So if you're an aspiring AI solopreneur, you've got to be super aware of some of these pitfalls that can totally sink your whole project. First, there's what they call the big red button fallacy. That's the dream that AI is just going to do all the work for you. It's not, trust me. Then you have hallucinations, which is when the AI just confidently makes stuff up. You also have to be really careful about data bias. If the AI was trained on flawed data, guess what? It's going to give you flawed business advice. And finally, and this one's a bit sneaky, you can't get so reliant on the tech that your own brain, your own critical thinking skills start to get lazy and atrophy. And all of this really leads to the single most important mindset shift you have to make. The smartest people in this space, they aren't using AI to replace humans. They're using it to supercharge them, The goal isn't just about cutting costs, it's about multiplying what you can do. It's about giving yourself superpowers. And that's not only better for business, it's how you keep morale and creativity sky high. So, I really want you to understand this isn't some tiny niche trend we're talking about. The AI solopreneur movement is a full-blown economic revolution. And when you look at the numbers behind it, well, they are absolutely staggering. Get this, by 2030, the economic value that this movement is projected to create is $1.2 trillion. I'm going to say that again, trillion with a T. We are talking about an economic impact that's on the same scale as the GDP of entire countries. It's just massive.
And it's not just a handful of people striking it rich. By 2025, just around the corner, we're expecting to see 105 million new solopreneurs jump into the market. And you can bet a huge number of them will be powered by these incredible new AI tools. But what's maybe the most insane part of all this is the speed of the change. These AI-powered solo businesses, they're growing at a rate of 43% per year, annually. This isn't some slow-moving trend. It's an explosion. It's happening right here, right now. So the takeaway here is pretty clear. The AI co-founder, it's not some far-off future concept. It's here. It's available right now. It's powerful. And it's making it possible for anyone to build a global company right from their laptop. So really, there's only one question left, and this one's for you. What are you going to build together?